Welcome back to my channel, writers. My name is Elna from elnacain.com, and for this video, we're going to be talking about how you can write faster. You can write 1,000 words under an hour. Woo, this is so exciting. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn about being a freelance writer from a mom to twins. Yay! So if you're new to writing, one of the great things you can do to up your freelance writing income is to write faster within your niche topic. So I'm going to share some insider tips of what I've learned over the many years of being a freelance writer, and hopefully that can help you with writing faster. Hopefully you can write 1,000 words in under an hour, because that's sort of common for me. And so maybe that can help you get to that goal if that's maybe a writing goal that you have. All right. The first thing to writing faster is to understand when your zone of genius occurs. Now, your zone of genius is sort of like the trifecta of everything happening great at once. You're in a good mood, so that means you're creative. You have the perfect writing space. You don't have a headache. You are well fed. You're not thirsty. You have all your supplies next to you. You are in a comfortable chair. Nothing hurts. All of this encompasses your zone of genius so that you can write freely during that time frame. All right. For me, I have to have it quiet. I often do listen to music, background music while I'm writing. Sometimes it's actually music with words versus more instrumental music. I've learned over the years that I can write with both of those types of music. So whatever works for you, if it's having a fan on, that also helps, like that white noise helps me with my accessing that zone of genius so that everything works well and together so that I can start writing. The next thing is to write in your wheelhouse. And this is what I said in the beginning, is that you need to be a fast writer within your niche. So once you know your specialty, practice writing in that niche. Now, as a digital marketing writer, I had to learn how to write about digital marketing so that I wasn't wasting time finding my resources, all my credible sources, wasting time reading about new things that I had no idea about. I spent initially already that time about learning about my niche so that when I started writing, I could just access that information a lot easier. That's what I want you to do when you are learning to write faster, is understanding your industry inside and out. And that can take up to a year or more, but that's the time it can take you to learn to write faster, right? It's not an overnight thing. So when you're writing in your wheelhouse, you can also look at it as the type of writing that you're going to do. So today you can say, I'm going to write a really long list post in my industry, which let's say the pet industry. So I'm going to list up all the cool pet products for this year, and it's going to be a long list post, right? That's going to help you once you've figured out what you're going to write about to easily start writing it. All right. So the type of content can really help you. If it's not a list post, maybe you want to do a how-to. You want to do like a how to roast coffee or something. If you want to be in sort of the lifestyle niche, you can frame it that way. You can do an in-depth piece or an op-ed piece, whatever you decide. If you pick the type of writing that you want to do, that can help you, again, get into your zone of genius and that it's in your wheelhouse, and then you can start writing. One of the greatest things you can do to cut that time in half and write faster is to create an outline of whatever you're writing about. I always like to create an outline when I'm writing. Sometimes I write in the back end of WordPress just to make it easier for me to jot down my title, maybe a keyword or two, and then I list out the topics that I'm going to be writing about. And then that gives me a framework of where I'm going to go by. So you can do that with your writing so that at least it's structured and you know exactly what's going to come after you talk about one topic. After I do the outline, I do my initial research. That's when I find credible sources. That's when I might access my swipe file of all the cool stats that I have in my industry. Those are all time savers for me so that I can write faster and write 1,000 words in under an hour, make it easy for me. After you do that initial sort of like resource pulling of all those sites and stats, then you can write your draft. And by this time, I mean, most of the post is there. You can visually see where your post is going, what you're going to be talking about, which sections you're going to have more information in so you can dive deeper into, and which sections you don't. All of that through that process of outlining and finding those sources, right? Then you can write your rough draft. And after that, I like to take a break. I move out of that space. I'm no longer writing about that topic. I have to say goodbye to it, go have some lunch, have a drink of water, move around, work on something else, and let that writing breathe. I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to think about it. I just need it to breathe. Once I give it some time, maybe a day, then I go back and review and edit it. I'm going to do my self-edit, and then I'll get someone else to look it over, because I'm notorious for making editing and grammar mistakes. So I want to make sure that, I can cover that. I also use an editing tool like Grammarly to, look at my copy as well. But the editing process can take longer. So editing is not writing. So it's okay if you spend, 2 hours on editing. That's normal, especially if I'm writing long form pieces of content of, let's say, 5,000 words. I'm going to be editing a good chunk of that time frame. So I wrote the post. I can't write 5,000 words in under an hour, but I wrote that post in a few hours. It's going to take me a few hours too to edit that piece. All right. So you do want to spend the most time with editing so that you can sharpen your writing, improve your writing, fix your introductions, add some copywriting elements to it, so that it's great for your clients. That's what it takes to write faster. If you want to write 1,000 words in under an hour. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.